some sort of particle effect or like a mesh crasher, and it would have so many particles in it, and it would just keep, instead of closing the game like it would do now, it would leave it open. So if you left your game open, it would spin your fan and spin your fan faster and faster and faster until boom.
Yo, what?
The VRChat developers eventually stepped.
Yeah, no, I mean, I pay well. Like, people that are with me, they're happy. Like, there's one girl who quit her day job because it, pays. It pays really well. Yeah, this is my full-time job. That's all I do is make VRChat. It's becoming so hyper-real.
VRChat, what? Excuse me, sir?
It pays really well. Yeah, this is my full-time job. That's all I do is make VRChat.
I didn't know that was possible.
Becoming so hyper-realistic to a point where people are making mods and little additions that they can add to their avatars that gives them fully working private parts.
So I got something in the mail. This is honestly unreal. I'm like super
I'm jealous, bro. I want the fucking play button. Damn.
Thankful for each and every one of you guys, because without you guys, this would not happen.
All right, shut the fuck up.
On VR. Reality games out there with over 20,000 people playing the game every single day. It's practically the home of the VR community. People can escape into new, exciting, and sometimes strange worlds and be whoever they want. I like to say it's like dreaming with your eyes open. But what happens when virtual reality becomes your actual reality? For those of you who are unhappy with your lives, VR becomes your happiness and your way of coping. And that's when addiction takes root. I'm hooked. I have people on my friends list. Every time I log on, they're online. Every single time. Like whether it be 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, they're always online. They literally live inside of VRChat. Omega Recovery, a mental health service, released an article explaining some of the symptoms of VR gaming addiction, and it's bad. People would stop doing things as simple as cleaning or eating. When researching, we even found some people who put off sleeping to stay in the game.
God damn!
From their friends and family, only wanting to talk with people in VR. And lastly, people.
Yo, that explains that. Yo, I'm not sure. I'm gonna put out the VR video soon, but yeah, I remember when we went into like the furry area, they was talking about like some friend suicide, this and like they were talking about some personal shit to strangers up in there. That was a public lobby. It wasn't private. Those are complete fucking strangers for everyone else to hear. Like a lot of people go there as like a fucking vice, and I can understand it being a vice, but to be neglecting your family and friends and not eating the
people,
yeah, like that's what it's like. Come on.
Issues like depression, anxiety, and increased aggression. The way that people can get addicted to
drunk man in VRChat, so him too.
Like is when they're lacking of something that is necessary in their real life, and then they use VRChat as an escape from those problems. A YouTuber called Mr. Drew came forward with his own story. After he was introduced to VR by a friend, Drew got himself an Oculus Rift and started playing free demos. And once he finished those, he discovered a new game, VRChat.
I soon found myself spending hours upon hours in VRChat, making friends, singing karaoke, watching movies, exploring worlds, playing games.
Sadly, it wasn't long before these sessions would spiral out of control, and before Drew knew it, he was hooked.
I bought index controllers and Vive trackers, allowing my fingers and entire body to be tracked while in VR. This only fed into my addiction, making it harder and harder to leave this weird world I felt pulled into.
Soon, Drew started to experience some of the symptoms we talked about.
I started to sleep while in VR, only removing the headset to go to work. It was as if the virtual world was my primary reality. As if I was living in this metaverse and only leaving it to keep the body I was plagued with IRL alive.
But after
yo, what the fuck? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, does VRChat have any stocks, bro? Yo, I didn't know motherfuckers was into it that much.
2 months of recovery.
Bro, that's why I get, yo, my Roblox stocks is doing lovely right now, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to... Bro.
Drew was able to heal and is now able to enjoy VRChat in a healthier way. But there are so many people like Drew who get dangerously hooked on this game. On VRChat, the servers you join are called worlds, and some of these worlds can be gateways to even bigger vices, because there's a darker side to VRChat. One that includes staying out late and partying right inside your headset. The VRChat nightlife. The nightlife is the term used for activities available for people at night. This can mean things like bars, nightclubs, and casinos. And
also, I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea, chat. I could understand fully, like, okay, how some people would get hooked. When I was a kid, y'all don't know about this. Wait, hold on. Y'all ever heard of PlayStation Home? We're coming right back to the video. on PlayStation Home. Bro. Y'all don't understand. I used to be on this shit for like, I don't know, like all the time. Wait, this is the ad for it. 13 years ago. Shit is trash. 13 years ago, I was 10 years old. It's meant to be this way. I found that they're right, and now I see that all this time, and I have the key. So I understand the whole VR chat thingy, how some people could get hooked, but I was 10 when I got hooked. I wasn't hooked to the point where I wasn't eating. I was hooked because I was a horny little dickhead. When I was a kid, I was fiending, bro. I used to see girls on PlayStation Home, and bro, I would just be a full-on horn dog, bro. Me and my homies used to gather up and just be like, yo, inviting people to the crib and just crouch. Like, you know the crouch button? Like how you just crouch in that because you got a crouch function in that game? We would just crouch and just be in between people's legs like, oh, that's doing something. At 10 years old, I was a fucking weirdo, bro. So I guess I understand the whole VR chat thing at the perspective of a 10-year-old of doing some bullshit like that. But outside of that, like after a while, you got to experience the real world. You saying, bro, what? I'm not saying that again. You heard that once. You never hear me mention that again. Yes, I did that when I was 10. 10 years old. Yes. I got aroused from just having people crouch function on my crotch. Pause. But that's at 10 years old. As an adult and you've experienced real life interactions, you know nothing compares to that. I don't care if I'm in a fucking Bugatti in VR chat. Nothing compares to being in a actual beach or being in a freaking high rise in real life. Like you can never get that actual feeling from it. All right, let's go back to the video.
Yeah, no, I mean, I pay well. Like people
chat in a healthier way, but there are so many people like Drew who get dangerously hooked on this game. On VR chat, Cogni.
Obviously, just get drunk.
Chat worlds like the Void Club, other activities not safe for the VR chat nightlife. The nightlife is the term used for activities available for people at night. This can mean things like bars, nightclubs, and casinos, and can also mean darker things like substance issues and other activities not safe for work. But what if I told you that these things happen on VR chat too? That buried underneath this game filled with silly avatars is a disgusting nightlife. Well, it does, and it's thriving. Every Friday and Saturday night, VR chat worlds like the Void Club were filled
I didn't know there was such a thing as the Void. Yo, we're going there.
With hundreds of users. The Void Club is a nightclub with DJs, a dance floor, and other concerning features.
There's like back rooms. There's like secret rooms that you can lock the actual doors on. Sometimes people can, go into a door or into like a room and get freaky with each other inside of the Void Club.
And
get freaky with each other? How are you gonna get freaky? How, bro? What can you possibly do in VR chat that enables you to get freaky? Like I said, at 10, I used to get aroused from just crouching into virtual puss. 10! I don't know how motherfuckers is doing that right now. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's a suit you can buy, I think. They exist, but it's a bannable thing if caught. NSFW avatars? Nah. Still,
while everyone in the VR chat community has different.
Wait, so NSFW avatars? So what? They got functional dicks or something? The fuck going on? How does that work? Hey, what's up, Alfred? Like, how do? Okay, never mind.
Opinions about the
I don't want to know.
One thing that seems dangerously common. People drink in the Void Club. And I don't mean virtual drinks. People will drink massive amounts in real life while playing VR chat.
People just obviously just get drunk there a lot. They dance there a lot. But you would kind of expect that of like a regular club, but inside of VR chat. And instead of human beings, it's anime boys.
And this may not sound like a problem, but it might when you realize that VR chat's age rating is 13 and up. Not only do young people feel pressured to join, but it can leave them vulnerable to these party animals, and sometimes to preds.
Hey yo, Waffle, do you feel vulnerable to party animals and preds? Cause Darren got peer pressured into getting the drink. I had my little wine. I had my little, what's it called? I have my little classy wine thingy there. I had my little 1 cup. The most that does is like, it makes me up for like 1-2 minutes. Then I'm like, okay, I'm back to being sleepy. Earlier in the video, they said something about functional. Okay, that's an old message. Sherry, yes, my sherry. Well, I guess that is sherry still considered wine? The reason why I got that sherry is because I bought the wrong bottle. Because it's usually made from the same company that makes my wine.
In an interview done by Brandon FM, the person he interviewed revealed a group of men who would look for vulnerable girls on VR chat.
They gather women, whether it's in the world they're in or through invites.
Why the fuck did you block out her actual voice like this is a real life person? I know it's a real life person, but it's an anime girl character, bro. Who cares? Why are they doing the robotic voice like they did for the girls who was claiming Andrew Tate did something for them? It's not that serious, bro.
They don't really ask their age at all. They don't really care about what age they are.
Once they had a group of girls, they would start a drinking game with them. One guy would stand in the middle of the group and play a song. Throughout the song, he would raise his hand. And whenever his hand was raised, the girls would have to drink. And
oh yeah, we seen that actually. Remember every time we went in the corner, someone was playing music?
this game would go on for a long time because they prepared a list of songs to keep the girls playing.
By the time that they were done with all the songs and stuff, they basically have their picking of drunk girls.
Sure, this may not be in real life and they can't do anything physical to them, but they could still easily influence them.
Man, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take Virtual Plus seriously. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna take this seriously.
And sadly, this isn't the only
It could influence them.
group like this. On VR Chat, there are dangerous groups that seek to cause damage. The gangs of VR Chat.
Gangs?
Talk about these insidious gangs. I want to tell you about
Gangs?
their response.
Nah, shut the fuck up.
Over the infernal deleted. He takes it from a link in the previous. Personally, for me, I'm gonna use them probably yourself. Most games don't come close to VR Chat. Valorant has salty players, Warzone has kids yelling slurs, but VR Chat has gangs. And as silly as that sounds, they can be pretty serious. I'm Lucid gave us an inside look into the minds of these gangs.
What a VR chat gang pretty much is a group of people that meet online. Usually they have issues with their own family in real life, as far as I can tell. So they feel like they have to get that family protection feeling that all us humans innately need and want. So they meet these gangs online in VR chat, and they feel like, okay, I'm part of this like bigger group. I feel like I have purpose in this life because of my, cult that I am currently in.
What these gangs do is take advantage of VR Chat's vulnerable systems to crash people's games remote.
What? Is that what happened to me, bro? Are you bro, what?
Is take advantage of VR Chat's vulnerable systems to crash people's games remotely.
I put something into the gun so it would shoot out particles. It crashed the entire world except everybody but you would just delete.
These gangs
Yo, so we got a gang member, bro? We literally got a gang member on us, chat? That's what happened, bro?
believed that they would gain clout for crashing people, but they
Yo, fuck that nigga.
also did it to silence people who knew about their illegal operations. It turns out that these gangs actually stole people's custom-made avatars and would resell them for an insane amount of money.
Like ripping avatars and like reselling them and things like that. Oh, thousands of dollars easily. I would say at least 10,000.
What?
And I'm Lucid talked about the consequences of messing with these gangs.
They all have like a mob mentality, group motive, where if they don't like somebody or a person doesn't fit into their like beliefs, for an example, they'll get put on something called the KOS list.
If they see a user on the KOS list or on site list, they go after them with everything they've got. These gang members would have apps on their PCs to scan thousands of VR chat worlds to see who's in them.
Yo, chat, we got, bro, this is me. That was me. Nah, that's literally what happened to me, bro. I spit in one of them little goof boy, scooter boys' faces, and he was following me for every world I went to. Every world. He's not my friend. How is he knows in the Dragon Ball world, the Nike world? Like, what the? Nah.
Sometimes they would even try to get rid of them permanently through something called a GPU crasher. With a GPU being one of the main components of your PC, you'd be lucky to play Minecraft at 12 FPS without it. This is how it's done.
On an avatar, there would be some sort of particle effect or like a mesh crasher, and it would have so many particles in it, and it would just keep, instead of closing the game like it would do now, it would leave it open. So if you left your game open, it would spin your fan and spin your fan faster and faster and faster until boom.
Yo, what?
The VRChat developers eventually stepped in and introduced safety settings in an attempt to stop the GPU crashers, but the problem still happens today. Currently, the gangs have seemingly gone underground, and no one has heard of them since their peak in 2020, but some still say they stalk the servers searching for new victims. Roleplay. ERP.
Yo, if my PC broke, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Suck my dick. Nah, that's crazy. Yo, my GPU had no issues. It's just I just had a hearing issue and all that, and it just crashed me a bit. But nah, that's nuts.
Is exactly what you think it is. For the sake of YouTube, I'm going to be referring to this as roleplay or RP. While it's nothing new, it's been in online games for decades, and it's one of the main parts of VRChat. In some VRChat worlds, there are private booths people can go to, fully equipped with beds, soundproof walls, and a lock system to keep people from seeing what goes on behind closed doors. People even use full body tracking specifically for this purpose.
It's becoming so hyper realistic to a point where people are making mods and little additions that they can add to their avatars that gives them fully working private parts.
But what makes this especially bad is, once again, the young people playing. A study from 2019 shows that 51% of 11 to 13-year-olds have seen content of that nature online. But VRChat takes it to another level. Not only are there VRChat worlds made for this, but also avatars designed with RP in mind. These kinds of avatars are not allowed on public servers like the Void Club, but yet so many VRChat worlds have it. To show you just how much inappropriateness there is, we sent our scriptwriter CJ into VRChat, and these were his findings. There's some worlds we found that were so graphic we can't show them to you guys. One world was centered around a certain niche. When you entered, it stated that you had to be 18 or older. On the surface, the world seemed pretty normal. It had chairs, a couch, and a TV screen, but there were 4 private rooms. Each room had a restraining device in the middle of it, and on the table beside it were different tools. What disturbed us the most was that these restraints came in different sizes, and not all of them were adult size. So I'm lucid, and myself included, believe that this role-playing epidemic could be the future. And there's a huge problem.
Huh? Okay, this is so stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is why I'm saying the virtual stuff I don't care about. Not adult size. I do realize, I see my character in VRChat, right? Blip. I'm literally the size of a fucking mouse, bro. I'm the size of a mouse.
Problem that comes with that.
It's weird kinks, but I'm not gonna be looking into this like, oh, like, come on.
This hyper realistic expectation of their partner looking a certain way, acting a certain way, and especially in VRChat when you have a full working body.
Like, I'm not gonna assume it's just kids, even though I'm pretty sure a lot of these dudes do have them weird ass thoughts. They're probably into some weird shit. But I'm just using an example. The character I use, Blip, is literally the size of like a size 10 sneaker, bro. Like, duh.
To real life, nobody in real life can mimic that exact visual appearance that the VRChat anime girl that was made in Blender and Unity will ever come close to a real human being.
And while we can't stop the creators of these RP games, we can do our part and encourage our friends not to join in. The story of Tech Gangster. There are so many preds on VRChat, but there's one who is so infamous that his name alone would make people furious.
I know Tech Gangster is a very well-known fellow around these parts, at least.
I literally know 30 women who had encounter with this one guy.
The clip you just saw came from the YouTuber Quits. Quits' brother was harassed by Tech Gangster, so Quits went on a mission to find Tech himself. He went to different VRChat worlds to ask people about Tech, and clearly they don't like him too much. But who is this guy, and what did he do? Tech's real name is actually Brent, and he took advantage of countless women across VRChat. Quits interviewed
How do you take advantage of women in VR chat? How do you do that?
Two key people from Brett's life, his former friend and his ex-girlfriend. During the interview with his former friend, who we'll call Megan, Quits found some sickening details about how he played VR chat.
His surroundings, he always had little children around him. He would be such a bad influence on them.
Brent would also let his anger get in the way and would verbally lash out at Megan. The next interview with Brent's ex-girlfriend revealed the dark truth about living with him in real life. She said that he would do things like dump her food, throw stuff, pour liquid on her couch, and much more that we can't talk about over here. Thankfully, she's safe from him now, and I hope she's doing okay. As for Brent, no one truly knows what happened to him. Some say he still visits VR chat, but I just hope people know to stay away. But if you thought Tech Gangster was bad, he's just the tip of the iceberg. Because
I mean, wait, hold on. How do we know he's a pedo though? What the? Where's the details on this, bro? What happened? I want to hear the details on what did Brett do? He hangs around kids, yeah. What the fuck is he doing though? I want info on this stuff, man. This is why I clicked the video, bro. Oh, yo, peace out, typical.
this next person took advantage of people and made an organized business out of it. The adult business. On May 19th, 2022, a VR chat
Okay, is it off?
Aram exposed the secret crimes of the user Maze.
It's off?
VSF. It turns out that Maze ran an adult video business centered around VR chat. This gave him quite the reputation with the community and not a good one. He was placed on multiple KOS lists and has been banned from the game over 26 times. You might think that people hated him because of his business, but that's only part of the reason. People truly hated him because of his methods of finding models for his videos. Maze would log on to servers and search for vulnerable female users, then manipulate them with his lies and charm to make them want to join the business.
Charm? Charm? You getting charm from VR chat?
Yeah, no, I mean, I pay well. Like, people that are with me, they're happy. Like, there's one girl who quit her day job because it, pays. It pays really well. Yeah, this is my full-time job. That's all I do is make VR chat.
Once they're interested, he would ask pictures of their IDs, passports, driver's licenses, and anything to confirm they're adults. But that's not why he asked for their identification. He asked because once the girls sent their personal information over, they had fallen into Maze's trap. He can use it against them. He would also use other techniques to make girls feel a sense of security. He would say things to make them feel special.
Why do you think I ran up to you? Why do you think it was you who I went up to? You're beautiful.
Yo, I really don't feel bad for these people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for them, bro. This is the Andrew Tate of VR chat, bro. You're beautiful.
Feel special.
Why do you think I ran up to you? Why do you think it was you who I went up to? You're beautiful for who you are.
He would also make these girls believe that he was in love with them and engaged.
Wait, that's Rec Room?
Make them feel special.
Why do you think I ran up to you? Why do you think it was you who I went up to? You're beautiful for who you are.
He would also make these girls
that's Rec Room.
Believe that he was in love with them and engaged in relationships with them. And in the real world, these are the same methods that criminals use to lure women into. During these relationships, Maze would secretly record their RP sessions and would make the girls send him pictures of themselves. And not just pictures in VR chat, but actual pictures of themselves in real life.
Reminds me of someone. No, I'm just fucking around.
So that when they realized Maze was exploiting them, Maze could blackmail them into silence.
Because I'm telling you this right now, if I smell you near any of my friends or any of my patrons, if I can hear your name, I'm gonna make you regret ever crossing me.
It really makes you want.
This is really, bro. We literally watched the Andrew Tate documentary. This literally is the VR chat Andrew Tate, bro. Oh my god. He's saying the same thing Andrew said on the voice note.
I'm gonna make you regret ever crossing me.
It really makes you wonder, what kind of man would do this? Well, the same man who would engage in multiple relationships while being married himself. The same man who was also a father of 2 children. Mays had no shame and was even proud of his manipulation skills.
If I manipulate someone into doing what's better for them, so if you're not doing the job, I'll A, kick your ass out, or B, you'll get manipulated into doing what you should be doing in the first place.
But little did Mays know that Verum was on his trail and recorded everything. And Mays finally got what was coming to him. Just a few days after Verum uploaded the video, he released an update on the 23rd of May. Verum's video led to a virtual witch hunt to chase Mays off VRChat, shut down his company, and rescue the girls. Mays was left powerless and came crawling to Verum begging for mercy.
Please, please delete, please let me die. You win, you've won, you've accomplished your goal. I am not joking. You are not ever gonna hear from me again. The rest of your life, you will go on. You might think of me from time to time.
Hey, yo, mods, can y'all, like, you know, do something?
And you can feel victorious because you were. Goodbye.
Thank you.
I hope Mays faces the justice he deserves and the girls find the peace they need. But this happy ending is a rare one, believe me. Most stories don't end like this because sometimes these people cross the bridge from virtual reality to reality. A mother's worst fear. What's a childhood fear you remember the most? Maybe it was the thought of what lurks under your bed, or was it a fear of something hiding in your closet? Well, one day, that fear came true for someone. In 2020, a mother heard strange noises coming from her daughter's bedroom. Her daughter has been acting strange for the last month. She was secretive, anxious, and was spending more time in her room than with her family. And these noises were the last straw. The mother stormed into her daughter's room and heard shuffling in her closet. She flung the closet open. She screamed. Standing in the closet was a man covering himself up in her daughter's clothing. The man was JR, and he was living in a girl's closet for over a month.
How? Just, I'm trying to think of this, bro. How? That's all I can say for this. How?
And they met on VRChat. The girl was using a fake account on VRChat and told JR that she was an adult. After some time, JR drove all the way from Louisiana to Spring Hill to meet her, which is an 8-hour drive. JR then convinced this girl to let him stay in her house and hide in the closet whenever someone was home. This went on for over a month before he was found and arrested.
Nah, bro.
The public world on VRChat can be a direct line to vulnerable young people who fall prey to these monsters.
No, them kids is retarded, bro. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. No, nah, them kids is I don't give a fuck. 15-year-old enough to distinguish right from wrong. She's weird. Bro. How the fuck did bro survive in the closet for a month? That means you was giving your daughter food and she was giving him food. They was sharing food together and shit. You was giving her money to buy snacks. She was using that same money to give him snacks. When you weren't home, he was doing things to your daughter while being in her closet. What the hell?
There's still one more to talk about, and this person created a cult filled with young people. The Imposter. In August of 2022, Brandon FM exposed a cult operating on VRChat. It was called the Dark Guild and was run by Alyssa Afton. On the surface, the guild was a large Discord.
Wait, what happened to dude? Y'all say he just got jail time? I'm sorry, I would have killed him. Yo, I'm sorry, all bets are off, bro. I'm sorry. He's dying. I don't care, gun or no gun. He's dying by my hands that day. That is nuts. I'm sorry. There's no way he's living after that.
Server that held virtual meetings through VRChat. Alyssa welcomed people of all ages to hang out and chat in a friendly environment, but Alyssa's true intentions were far more evil.
The guild wanted to start operations where they would...
We got
nabbed
Kratos'
criminals
shit.
like
Don't ever say that. Don't say that again.
dealers, bank robbers, and such.
Alyssa was encouraging young people to engage in criminal activity and used her reputation to encourage her guild to do what she says.
I don't roll about my guild, so I know you might be scared to kill an actual person. It's up to you. I know for a fact I'm doing it again. It's too fun.
Alyssa claimed that she ended 5 people. Whether this is true or not, it didn't matter. It terrified the other members, which is exactly what Alyssa wanted. And this leads to what we believe is the real purpose of the Dark Guild: to gather these young people for Alyssa's own desires. Alyssa engaged in multiple relationships with young people in her guild.
Age doesn't matter. He's same age, and I'm dating him.
He's how old? He's
See?
This audio was secretly recorded by Brandon when
Why does she sound like crushed a little bit? Listen to the voice. Hold
Alyssa engaged in multiple relationships with young people in her
Hold
guild.
on.
Age
What?
doesn't matter. He's same age, and I'm dating him.
he's how old? He's
You said the same thing about Jelly Bean. You got a lot of twins, Crush. You got a lot of twins. I don't know if they're coming from the same place, but I can hear it.
The video was secretly recorded by Brandon when he went undercover as a teenager to find information about Alyssa. At that time, Alyssa was not only dating that boy, but also married to another person virtually on VR chat. Someone who was
I got the same amount of watch time. Yeah, that is your twin.
During that same recording, Alyssa tried to roleplay with Brandon, even though he said he was too young.
It depends. Are you up for anything?
You mean like ELP?
Yeah.
Alyssa did this with so many people in her guild, and some were affected mentally.
The mental scars this whole experience has put on my mind are so extreme that I was recently diagnosed with Stockholm Syndrome.
Thankfully, Brandon managed to shut down the entire server. The Dark Guild was disbanded and Alyssa's powers were gone, right? Well, this is where the story should end, but sadly, Alyssa is still out there. But Alyssa's name tells us a lot. Alyssa Afton. The name Afton is a reference to the series Five Nights at Freddy's.
Fucking dork.
After the character ended the lives of 5 people. So when she claimed to have done the same, it's clearly a lie. She's nothing more than an imposter. People will still go on VR chat, and that's okay, right? Because my goal is not to get you guys off any platform, but to be aware of the platform. So how do you stay safe?
The best way to stay safe on VR chat would definitely have to be to have moral grounding as a human being. So first figure out who you are, what you stand for, and stand firmly on it, and then you can enter VR chat. Because only then you will have a positive experience in the game and it won't actually ruin you as a person. Because it does feel like you're playing tug of war with the devil sometimes on that game where everyone...
Why do you, interview no motherfuckers who got a life, bro. I'm sorry, I'm tired of hearing these. I would have asked him on advice on VR chat because he looks like he's a little too attached to VR chat himself, especially with that profile picture, bro. Bruh, y'all want to know some real life advice, chat, from the man himself? Want to know some actual advice on how to not be like this? Go touch some fucking grass. You heard it here first. Go touch some fucking grass. Go stand up, go stand up. Go do some push-ups. Go outside. Go run around the block. Go look at the sun. Marinate in the fucking sun, you know what I'm saying? Touch some fucking grass. Do that, you're gonna be fine. I'm not gonna lie. There is mental benefits to actually touching grass. If you're locked up in your basement doing nothing all the time, or in your room, whatever, your shit like this would affect you. No, just go outside, honestly.
Everyone's getting drunk and all these avatars are getting by all the clubs and all of the
Give you advice on?
If you have a good
No problem, nephew.
before you press run on the exe file, you're going to be okay. Matter of fact, it might even be a positive game for you to play.
Doing research on VR chat felt different. It was unlike any other platform we covered because the other platforms were in the palm of your hands. But virtual reality makes you feel like you're living in another world. When people escape reality to go to VR chat, it truly becomes their reality. Like I said, it's like dreaming with your eyes open. Just a few years back, virtual reality was a dream of science fiction.
I'm sorry, VR chat does not look that beautiful. I'm sorry, bro. The graphics on that bitch is not all that. You need to chill, bro. I need to go outside and really see some actual outside grass. I've been there. The McDonald's looks like it's 480p, bro. It's not the same.
But the internet was also once a dream.
It ain't that
So were
fucking
computers
beautiful.
and smartphones. The future is coming. And my
If it was
request
like
to
an
you-
Unreal Engine type shit, like I was like seeing some high quality, I would have been like, this looks nice. And I'll just screenshot it as like a freaking screensaver on my phone or some bullshit. That's about it. It ain't that serious.
is to spread this message so that we can be prepared once the future is here. Visual Venture.
I mean, be prepared. What is there to prepare for?
Nearly every single person that I've met in VR chat has no objective morality. So
what? The fuck is that?
Everything that they do and say that they think is right versus wrong either comes from the laws of the land that they live in or from their own hedonistic pleasures. There's obviously many flaws with this type of thinking. And that's the majority of the school of thought of people inside of VR chat. Nearly every single person lives by that religion.
Wow. It's completely flawed because just as the person who would think that, if you ask them, you're like, hey, are you depressed? Dude, they're gonna say yes.
I'm so lost, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. He the what?
Yeah, they're going to
It
say
doesn't
yeah.
make any sense. I don't think they really have like the ability to like understand like that is what's causing their unhappiness, right? Like trying to chase happiness is the specific thing that's leading them away from it.
100%.
Yo, these two goofballs, bro. What are they talking about? So chasing happiness is gonna lead you away from happiness? That's like one of the dumbest shits I ever heard in my life. Then what the fuck are you supposed to do? Isn't like the whole point of life is to be happy? Find your happiness, find things that make you happy. What is their message here?
Percent exactly what you just said. Yeah, them chasing happiness and solely happiness is the reason that they'll never find it.
Wait, before you go, click this playlist right here.
Niggas trying to be fake deep, bro. This is why you gotta call niggas out on their bullshit. Okay, then what's the solution here? I didn't understand it. I didn't understand. Yo, chat, what was the solution that they gave us? How do you avoid being depressed in VR chat? How do you avoid that? Having a strong moral. What is the moral? What is it? What moral code? What moral purpose? What is it? I didn't get no fucking answers, bro. I hate when niggas like, okay, you doing the docu good, but when you get personal, you asking these weirdos all these weird ass questions. And he probably has no fucking life either. He's probably depressed. Who knows? Trying to give out solutions. It makes no fucking sense, bro. Solutions to figure out what they want out of online weird stuff or whatever. They know what they want. Most of these weird ass niggas on VR chat know what they want. They found their purpose. I want to get drunk. I want to dance. I want to party. I want to fuck virtual bitches. That's their purpose. That's what they want, bro. What the fuck you mean? They know what they want. I know what I want. I go in there for content. That shit is funny as hell to me. Everyone has their own reasoning. No one's going in there like, I'm curious. I don't know what the fuck to do. Let me just go in there and see what happens. And you do, and you're going to figure out what the hell you want, bro. But I don't see how that's a solution. He's basically saying is people who say they depressed and addicted to VR chat, they don't know why they're depressed. Most people who say they're depressed don't know why they're depressed. In general, they don't. They just feel depressed out of nowhere, out of the blue. It could be a bunch of different factors in their life that's playing a part in it, but they can't like just pinpoint one specific thing or why they're depressed. It's usually numerous things that's playing an effect on their mindset. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? It's not VR chat. It's real life shit. Touching grass is gonna be revolutionary to these niggas. That ass, bro. Like sometimes you just gotta go out sometimes, bro. Go see a fucking movie. Like literally go out, see a movie, go out, go to Dave & Buster's, do something. You're gonna understand like, wow, real life is actually not that bad. Yo, it's like I hate when I hear Poindexter trying to give out life tips. That shit make no sense, bro. Just like how much like check his watch time, like not his watch time, check his freaking playtime on VR chat. If that shit is 100 hours, you already know what's up, man. Don't give out no advice. The new Ant-Man movie is coming out go see that. Bro, I still didn't see Puss in Boots, man. I heard Puss in Boots was lit, bro. I'm hearing more that it was lit. I knew it was going to be fire. But I heard it's like really, really good. But I want to see it in theaters. And shit. I gotta take time out to go see it. I got movies free. Nah. I want to see it in the actual theater. The experience is different, chat. Y'all understand? It's different to see the movie in theater. Some shit I want to see in the theater directly. If it's not in the theater, then I don't give a fuck no more. Like, Puss in Boots is like, I want to see that shit in the fucking theater. I'm gonna be on my A game. I'm gonna see if I can do it this week. I'm gonna see if I can do it. But yeah, man. Oh man. All right. So, I got a burp. Holy shit.